Shabbat Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Ruach Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of the great millstone that taught us this truth. Shalom also to the Akim pushing this word in sincerity and in truth, and to the speckled bird across the four corners of the world, and to the few sisters who are listening. To you I say Shalom. Lord willing, this will be an edifying lesson on the brother Khadashia from the GM at Chicago camp, coming back at you with another lesson. And as you can see, the title of the lesson, I put "Don't Let an Ant Outwork You." And the inspiration behind this lesson really is overall the past. We just had a meeting, and one of the things that the Apostle Ramlab really emphasized in that meeting, the main thing that I got out of that meeting was to do the work, pushing this word, being active in this truth, being proactive. All right. The Apostle Ramlab was, he was really emphasizing the fact of just doing the work, man. All right. So just meditating on that, and also meditating on the scriptures. All right, the inspiration behind this lesson was Proverbs 6:6. All right, do not let an ant outwork you, man, because us being in this truth, we got a lot of work to do. We have so much work before us, man. All right, and an ant, we're about to read it. An ant, they don't have apostles and elders and officers and bishops and deacons and teachers and prophets and men to tell them what to do. An ant just does it, man. An ant knows what they have to do, man, and they do it. All right? They don't got to listen to no motivational videos. They don't got to, read inspirational quotes from Marcus Aurelius to get going. They just fucking do it, bro. All right? And in this truth, guess what, man? We have a job to do, all right? Just do the work, man. Stop overcomplicating the mission. Stop thinking you need this, that, and the third. Just do the videos, bro. Feed the flock, man. All right? That's the main thing I got from the meeting, man. To do the work, man. All right? It says right here, Proverbs 6:6, go to the ant, thou sluggard, consider her ways and be wise. And when you really start to consider the ant, hey, you look up an ant hill and you see how deep the ants dig. You see how many rooms and highways they have. All right. Different rooms are used for different things, for storage and for, the ants are very active, man. Even though they're a very small animal, all right, a very small insect, I'm talking about tiny, man. Those ants are small. But when you start to consider the ants, really consider their ways, you start to see that, man, like it's almost you start to really beat yourself up because you realize that an ant is outworking you, man. How are you gonna let an ant outwork you? This little tiny animal is outworking a whole man, a Israelite man, a Israelite man that's supposed to be of the house of Yasharallah, a prince of the power. A ant is outworking a prince of the power, bro. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Snap out that shit, man. Get the fuck off the couch. Put down the chips. Stop being lazy, man. And this is really a video that's going out to me first and foremost, man, because laziness is one of the things that I struggle with a lot, man. All right? I've been working on it. I struggle with it. And it's a demon that you're going to wrestle with a lot, man. But the scriptures, once you read the scriptures, man, these scriptures will light a fire under your ass. And that's another thing, man. That's why you got to read the scriptures, man. Scriptures like this scripture is really cursing you out. It's really telling you, go to the ant, thou sluggard. Go to the ant, you lazy ass nigga. Look at her. Consider her ways. Be wise. Don't let an ant outwork you, man. It says, verse 7, which having no guide, overseer, or ruler, provideth her meat in the summer and gathereth her food in the harvest. How long wilt thou sleep, O sluggard? When wilt thou arise out of thy sleep? So how long are you going to be asleep? How long are you going to be lazy? How long are you going to be in that indolent spirit, man? You're avoiding hard work. You don't want to move a finger, you know? It's just, you're in the spirit of just being lazy, man. That's not what we're here to do, bro. We're here to do the work, man. And these ants are outworking you, bro. A whole Israelite man, a prince of the power. You're letting an ant outwork you, bro. And the ants don't have a guide, an overseer, or a ruler. Hey, sometimes, bros, won't do anything until they get cursed out by an elder, man. You shouldn't just do things because the elders are cursing you out, man. You should do things because you want to do them. All right? You think the ants build that big giant anthill because they have a elder ant cursing them out, telling them what to do? No, man. It says they have no guide, overseer, or ruler, but they provide their meat in the summer and gather their food in the harvest. These ants, they really, they're busy, man. They're getting to it. And here it is. We're building up the house of the Lord, and you're being lazy to lay down these bricks, to put up these lessons, to go to class, to go teach outside, to do the work, man, to read. When you really think about what we have, what the gift that the Lord has given us by giving us this truth, man, this is the best gift we could ever receive. But if you don't look at it that way, then you're not going to really excel in this truth, man. If you don't look at it as a gift, you got to understand that the burden of the Lord said, my yoke is light. My burden, it says right here, Matthew 11 and 28, it says, come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. You got to understand that the work that the Lord has given us, his yoke is easy and his burden is light. All we got to do is read the word, eat this whole roll, and go out to teach. It might sound simple, but certain men actually, it's almost like it becomes a burden to go out to teach. It becomes a burden to put up these lessons. It becomes a burden to do the work. When really, this is the best gift we could ever receive, man. If we endure unto the end, you're telling me that we're going to receive a crown and everlasting life. And Lord willing, if we be those men, we're going to be joint rulers with Yahushai. All because we made ourselves fools for Hamashiach's sake. All because we went out there to teach. All because we fed his flock. All because we ate the whole roll and went out to feed his sheep and to proclaim his word and to stand boldly for the names of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. You're telling me that we're going to receive everlasting life, a crown, and joint rulership for that? Come on, man. How can you be lazy right now, man? Come on, bro. Snap out of it, man. Stop making up excuses for yourself and to be lazy, man. That's why that scripture, hey, going back to that Proverbs 6 and 6, go to the ant. Thou sluggard, consider her ways and be wise. This little tiny insect that doesn't have elders and apostles and men over them telling them what to do, they're doing what they got to do. But here it is. You have apostles and elders, brothers, teachers, bishops, deacons, officers, so on and so forth. They're telling you to do this. Hey, Yak, have you, I checked your channel, bro, and you haven't uploaded a lesson in about 10 days. What's going on, Nak? You got men telling you, Ayok, have you read? Ayok, have you done? It's almost like, bro, you got to do these things, man. You've put your hand to the plow. You've been around for a minute now. You know you got to do the work. You know you got to feed the flock. You know you got to go to camp. You know you got to read. What are you doing, man? Stop making up excuses for yourself. Matter of fact, there's the scripture real quick. Let me get it. It's Proverbs. This is Proverbs 26 and 16. It says, the sluggard is wiser in his own conceit than 7 men that can render a reason. And that's what a lazy person does, man. A lazy person is wiser in their own conceit. They'll come up with all these different excuses of why they should sit on the couch and do nothing today, man. They're about to go to the gym. Oh no, I gotta go wash the dishes. Then your ass never washes the dishes, man. And then when when it's finally you look at the clock, it's 7 o'clock, and you're all like, oh, I gotta get ready for bed. Then your ass is on TikTok for 7 hours not doing shit. Like, come on, man. A sluggard, somebody that's always lazy, man, they're gonna come up with all these excuses of why they shouldn't go out there and put their hand to the plow, why they shouldn't go out there and work, why they can't get a job, why they can't do this, why they couldn't make a lesson today, their phone was tweaking or something was going on. And granted, those things do happen, bro. Sometimes, your phone is fucking acting weird, or you couldn't make a lesson today because the day was very eventful and you had to handle all these different things that you had to take care of, and you couldn't get to the lesson, but so on and so forth. But for you to go multiple weeks, days, a month without making lessons or feeding the flock, or you're falling behind on certain duties within your camp, you got to check yourself, man. There's something going on that you're allowing in your walk that's not allowing you to do the work to the fullest of your ability, man. And that's detrimental. You got to get rid of whatever is fucking with you, man. Whatever's fucking up your productivity to the Lord, you got to get rid of that, whether it be a woman, a job. Look, bro, I've quit jobs that have made me lazy towards the truth. I don't give a fuck if I'm making good money. If I'm not putting up my lessons, if I'm not getting, if I can't find a window of time where I could sacrifice to the Lord and put up these lessons and feed the flock, then I feel like I'm being lazy. Even though I got a job and I'm paying my bills, in the spirit, I'm being lazy. And you got to recognize those things, man. We can't be lazy in the spirit, bro. We got to be hot, ready, feed the flock, willing to do the work, man. You can't be like a sluggard, wiser, in his own conceit, coming up with all these excuses of why you couldn't feed the flock today, why you couldn't do the work today, why you couldn't do this, why you couldn't do that. Nah, man. Stop making excuses for yourself, to fail, bro, to be weak, man. Make excuses for yourself, or find, make the time, man. When you make, like, the truth is really our main priority. If this truth is your priority, man, you're going to find any window of time that you possibly can to offer up these sacrifices, man. Because that's really what these videos are. They're sacrifices, man. They're lessons, and they're also sacrifices that we offer up to the Lord, man. And they're a beautiful a smell in the nose of the Lord, man. You got to understand that these sacrifices are acceptable to Yahweh through Yahweh Shai. And knowing that now we're being allowed to offer up sacrifice, knowing that we're being allowed to do this work, how much harder should we really be going, man? Giving our diligence to make our calling and election sure, being abounding in the work of the Lord. It says right here, 1 Corinthians 15 and 58, therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord. You see, we have to abound in the work of the Lord. For as much as ye know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord. And you got to understand, that's another thing too, man. Our labor is not in vain. What we're doing is not in vain. All right? What we're doing is a labor of love. All right? We're putting our blood, sweat, and tears into serving the Lord. Or you should be. And you think there's not going to be a payoff for this? Like I was saying earlier, we're gonna get a crown, everlasting life, enjoying rulership for being fools for Hamashiach's sake. Come on, man. Sign me up. I don't care who spits on us. I don't care a fuck if there's 3,000 Anton Daniels and there's only 5 of us brothers teaching. Guess what? The 5 brothers that are teaching are going to defeat those 3,000 Anton Daniels. I don't give a fuck, man. We got the truth. We got Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. All right? You got to have confidence in the Lord, especially if you're doing the work, man. Doing the work coupled with reading, coupled with fasting and praying, coupled with charity, coupled with going out to teach, coupled with actually doing this work willingly, bro. No matter what demon comes against you, you're going to have Yahweh Bashem Yahushai right in your corner fighting with you, man, because you're fighting for the truth. And you got to have faith in that, man. The scripture says, fight for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for ye. Let me get that too, man. Now I'm getting hot. It says right here, Sirach 4:28, strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee. You see, so you gotta strive, you gotta fight. Hey, when you're in a fight, that's not easy. That's work right there, man. This dude is punching you, fucking you up. All right, then you gotta find the strength within you to punch back, fuck his ass up. Pause. You gotta find the strength within you to keep fighting, man. This truth is a fight. There's going to be certain demons that start to fuck with you. Certain things that start to come into your mind. Certain situations that start to happen in your life. Are you still going to fight? Are you still going to strive for the truth unto death? Because you have to, man. This is our life. Our life is hid with Hamashiach. And these demons, Satan is trying to sift you out, bro. He wants you to let go of this and stop plowing. He wants you to stop putting up these videos. He wants you to doubt in the sacrifice, man. Do you understand that? And knowing that, how much harder should you be putting in the work, man? Don't let a fucking ant outwork you, man. You're a whole a prince of the power. You're Yasharala, bro. Don't let an ant outwork you, man. Strive for the truth unto death. Put in that work, man. All right. Hey, I was watching this video, right? And it said, thinking about it is not doing it. Reading about it is not doing it. Watching a video about it is not doing it. All right. Writing it down is not doing it. All right. Thinking about doing it is not doing it. Telling other brothers or other people that you're going to do it is not doing it. Actually sitting down and clicking the button and making a lesson is doing it, bro. You actually got to sit there and do the work, man. You got to actually sit there and read. You got to actually sit there and understand the scriptures. And you got to actually sit there and press the button and record a video and do the work, bro. You actually got to sit there and do that, man. All right? And it don't matter how many excuses you come up for yourself. Look, you still got to do it, bro. After all those excuses that you come up and you have another unproductive day, when the next day comes, guess what? That work still has to be done, bro. What, you're going to go another day without doing shit and then another day without doing shit? Before you know it, you're going to have a whole month where you haven't uploaded a single lesson, a whole month where you haven't done shit, and a whole month where you're behind in the spirit, bro. When we should be working, man. We should be abounding in the work of the Lord, striving for the truth unto death, man. All right? You don't want the Lord to take the spirit away from you, man. Just because you're being lazy and you're letting these ants outwork you, bro. Like, come on, man. The Lord is going to take the spirit away from you and give it to a humble brother on the other side of the line that's hungry for this word, man. All right? And by then, look, man, your ass might be out the camp by that point, man. All right? You don't want to be out the camp just because you're being lazy, bro. Like we read earlier, the Lord said, my yoke is easy, my burden is light. What the Lord has sent us out to do as his maidens, all we have to do is serve up the word, man. Teach the word. Everything, the recipe is already out there. What we have to teach, how to cook it, how to plate the food, how to season it, everything, man. The presentation, all of it, the whole breakdown has been given by the apostles and elders, bro. We got the recipe, we got the right seasonings, we got all the ingredients, we have the right pots, we have the right pans, we have the right the right tools to cook the food, we have the right ingredients, everything is set out. All we have to do as the maidens is serve up the plate, bro. That's all we have to do. But you're too busy to even put the plate up. You're too lazy. You're too lazy to even put up the plate. Come on, man. You gotta do the work, man. Matter of fact, is there's before I read that scripture, it says that the slothful, this right here, Proverbs 12:27, the slothful man roasteth not that which he took in hunting, but the substance of a diligent man is precious. So somebody that's lazy, they're not even gonna cook what they took in roasting, man. They're so fucking lazy, they don't even want to cook what they went out there to hunt. Here it is. You don't even gotta like the recipe, everything, that the breakdown for the truth, all of that has been given by the apostles and elders, bro. All you have to do is serve up the plate. That's all you gotta do, man. You don't gotta go out there and go to the library and get into all this extensive research. Like, you could really just watch a 2-3 hour lesson that an elder did and took some really good notes on it, and study it and study it and study it and pray on it for understanding. And before you know it, you'll know about that topic like nobody else, bro. But that's only if you're actually, you know, not being lazy, man. This truth is so precious, it's beautiful. It could change your life for the better. All right. This truth has the ability to, hey man, these holy scriptures are able to make you wise unto salvation. But if you're being lazy, man, then you're not gonna really do the you're not gonna see the beauty behind this truth, man. This truth is our life, man. All right. But if you're being lazy, the Lord could take the spirit away from you and give it to somebody else, man. It says right here, it's Ecclesiastes 10:18, by much slothfulness the building decayeth, and through idleness of the hands the house droppeth through. And that's why we cannot be lazy, man. Once you put our hand to the plow, we have to keep plowing. All right. No matter what you're going through in life, you have to keep doing the work, man. All right. It's easier said than done, because we all go through different things in this walk. But regardless, man, you got to understand that nothing happens without the Lord's permission, and the Lord wouldn't put on you more than you can handle. What you have on your plate right now, whatever particular situation you're dealing with, is because the Lord knew you could eat that plate. Whatever is on that plate, you can handle it. All right. So that should give you peace of mind within your situation, man. All right. But you should never want one option. This is not an option to quit. That's not a fucking option, man. To look back into the world, that's not an option. To stop plowing, to stop doing the work, that's not an option. All right. And when you're being slothful, when you're being lazy, the building decays. Your spiritual body, your spiritual building, all right, your spirit, it needs to get built up, man. You need to feed it the word. If you don't feed it the word, you're gonna make the flesh stronger than the spirit, man. And they're already warring one against the other. The flesh and the spirit are constantly at war. And if the spirit is weak because you're not being fervent in the spirit, if you're not being fervent in this work and doing the work and reading and putting up these lessons, the flesh is going to get stronger than the spirit, and you're going to get lazy, and the building is going to decay, man. Eventually you're going to be spiritually dry. All right, it's going to start affecting your mentality. It's going to start affecting your physicality. It's going to start affecting everything, man, because our life is hid with Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. All right, that's what gives us a comfort of heart. That's what gives us, what gives us a strength to keep going, man. So if you deprive that, your strength is gone, bro. You got to realize that we got to be, our strength comes from being strong in the Lord and the power of his might. And if you're being idle, hey, it says the idleness of the hands, through idleness of the hands, the house droppeth through. You don't want that to happen, man. You want to hold yourself diligently in the fear of the Lord. It says right here, Sirach 27:3. I'll end it off with this. Unless a man hold himself diligently in the fear of the Lord, his house shall soon be overthrown. You see? So you have to hold yourself diligently in the fear of the Lord. To do something diligently, that's consistently, all right, doing something. To diligently do something, that means you're constantly working at it, man. Somebody that's diligent is not being lazy. Somebody that's diligent is like those living waters, man, constantly moving, man. But somebody that's slothful, they're like still waters, man. They're dead. All right, you go drink some still waters, you're gonna die, man, or get sick, or you're gonna catch something from them still waters, bro. It's just death in there, man. It's not moving. But living waters have nutrition. They'll hydrate you. You'll feel better. All right. It's good for your body. You won't get sick. All right. That's what living waters do, man. And in this truth, we have to be like living waters. We have to keep constantly moving, man. And we do have the living waters. The scripture says, he that believeth on me, as the scripture has said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water. All right. If you understand this word, man, then you're going to constantly keep speaking it, man. It says right here in the book of Proverbs 21:28, a false witness shall perish, but the man that heareth speaketh constantly. You see? So a false witness, they're going to perish, man. All right, you got all these different guys out here, the IUI seers and the Sikaris and all these different bugged out dudes that are coming out, with weird doctrines and shit. They're going to perish, man. But the man that heareth, they're going to speak constantly, man, because they're tapped into the spirit. All right. And guess what? The brothers at Great Millstone, they're tapped into the spirit, man. You know deep down in the spirit that the Lord is feeding you with topics and lesson ideas and so on and so forth. But it's you that you're too fucking lazy that you're not doing the lessons, man. And then before you know it, you hop on YouTube and then another brother did the lesson that the Lord gave you to do because you were too lazy to do the work. You were too lazy to, to serve up the plate. The order was given to you. That order was given to that maiden because you didn't want to serve up the plate, man. All right? If you hear, you got to speak constantly, man. And the Lord has blessed us to hear this message, to hear and incline our ears to the words of wisdom, to discern and understand these prophecies and these words, man. So you got to speak constantly, man. We got to feed the flock, man. All right? Don't let an ant outwork you. Don't let a fucking little insect work out a prince of the power, man. Keep doing the work. Keep fighting. All right? Keep striving for the truth unto death. And the Lord is going to fight for us, man. All right? So with that, Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Ruach Kodash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of the great millstone taught us this truth. Shalom and Abba.